Well, hi, Spencer. It's great to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to chat with us here at Glitter Magazine, and congrats on your new suspenseful series, School Spirits.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be chatting.
So let's take it back a bit to Toronto, where you grew up. When did you decide you had a love for acting, and how did you get your start?
Well, both of my older sisters are really, really good singers, and were in a musical theater, and I kind of just copied them and followed in their footsteps. And so I did musical theater for a long time, and that kind of led to me getting an agent and starting doing film and television. And yeah, and then from there I did Degrassi and kind of never looked back, and been doing it ever since.
That is so wonderful. Yeah, so you've built up a lot of credits, like you mentioned, since you were young, like Degrassi. Do you have any highlights or favorite moments you can share from essentially growing up in the industry?
Yeah, it's just so fun to do this job because you learn so many skills along the way. I think a favorite job of mine was a show I did called Rain, where I got to do an accent and ride horses and sword fight, and it just kind of felt like this crazy learning experience. And but that I feel like that's the most fun part about being an actor, is walking in all these different people's shoes and learning all these new things. And it's just kind of you take it as you go. So yeah.
So you're starring opposite Peyton List as Xavier in School Spirits. What can you tease about your character?
What we know of Xavier in the first couple of episodes is kind of shrouded behind a lot of walls. He's kind of a mysterious character, and mom's not in the picture, dad's unavailable, and I think that he searches for someone he can be vulnerable with. And he searches for that in Maddie, who is his girlfriend, where we meet him at the beginning of the show.
This series has your co-stars stuck in the afterlife. Wild things are happening. What drew you to, personally, to the script and to want to play this character?
Well, when I first got the script, it was at the beginning of 2022, and I just loved the pilot upon reading it. And the character description was really funny to me. I think it said something along the lines of Xavier is a guy who based his whole personality off of James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause, but he fell asleep 15 minutes into the movie. I think that kind of sums him up really well. And I kind of just, yeah, I just love the script right from the jump. So, yeah.
That's so great. Is there anything supernatural happening with your character?
My character, a lot of the characters that exist in, I guess the world of the living, are more so dealing with the grieving. They're in grieving in their own ways. But yeah, it's a cool setup because it really juxtaposes the two sides of Split River.
Oh, great. I love that word. And okay, the synopsis reads lies and secrets revealed. So who's doing all of this lying? Hopefully it's not your character. Does he have any personality issues we should know about?
Oh, it's tough to say. I'm not totally certain what I'm allowed to say, but he's he's definitely a tough one to read. I think Xavier has developed really, really good ability of blarney, of lying, and that will kind of be unfolded, and you'll kind of see why that is, I guess, as the show takes on. But he's a very unpredictable character, which is extremely fun to play, because you kind of get to toy with, the information as to what the audience knows versus what I know, and finding that kind of like middle ground, which is exciting.
Yeah, okay, so we love your co-star Peyton at Glitter, who's also graced our cover. What was it like working with her, and did you know each other prior to?
It was my first time meeting Peyton, and she's absolutely incredible, like such a professional, just a really, really excellent actress. And beyond that, like a insanely cool person. And as was all the cast. It was honest, like instantly we all just got along, and it was a pleasure. Yeah.
And okay, so Xavier seems to be a persuasive character, and without spoiling anything, what tactics does he use to get what he wants?
Yeah, he's a very fast talker, which was something that I discussed with Nate and Megan Trinra, the creators, going into it. I think it was important to see what Maddie likes about Xavier, which is that he is persuasive, and he's charming, and he's cunning, and he's also very rebellious, which I think in high school is something that certain people are drawn to, the idea that he doesn't really care about fitting into any sort of group or archetype. He's a lone wolf type.
Nice. Following that, what are you most excited for viewers to experience with this slightly dark series?
Well, I know that while we were shooting it, every script we got, we would lock ourselves in our rooms and just obsess over reading it. And I can genuinely say that we were always on the edges of our seats. And I think that the viewers will be too. It just goes in some incredible directions. And I'm just really excited for those kind of water cooler conversations that people are going to have week to week, and their predictions, because I know we had a ton of predictions going through it. And yeah.
Exciting. Thank you. There are some amazing showrunners on this series, from Bridgerton, Cruel Summer to Pretty Little Liars, so our expectations are high. What was it like working with the team?
So great. This was such a huge opportunity for me. I was just very humbled to get to be a part of it, and everyone was just at the top of their game, and I just kind of held on and kept my head down, trying to do the best work I could. But yeah, this is it's such a great team, and I know my sisters actually were big Pretty Little Liars fans, so when they got that information, they were excited.
As am I. So whatever your character's motivation, the opposite of that is also true. What opposites would you say that are at play for Xavier?
Sorry, what was that? What was the question?
Whatever your character's motivation, normally the opposite of that is also true. Sort of like when there's hate, there's love. What opposites would you say are at play for Xavier?
Interesting. That's a really good question. I think that a lot of that, kind of touching back to what I was saying earlier, it exists in the mask that he shows the world. It's going to be a very polarizing character, because I think that there's definitely unlikable elements to him. And only those who kind of see, who he allows to see under the mask, I guess, kind of know the other sides to him. So I think that, while he has while he's very withholding and at times, intense, there's a lot of like vulnerability and humor that exists in him as well. And I think as the show progresses, you hopefully you get to see a couple more of those colors. Yeah.
It sounds like such an interesting contrast. That's exciting.
Yeah. I'm so excited for people to see it.
And what does he discover about himself through these episodes, would you say?
It's such an interesting show, the way that it's laid out, because so much of it is for the audience to discover as it goes. So I'm not sure how much I want to reveal about what what sides of Xavier may become more apparent as it goes on. I think that the whole fun in him is the the unpredictable nature of him. And I think maybe he's a little bit aware of that, which can be a little bit of a, I don't know, like an interesting characteristic to, he almost enjoys the idea that you can't really put him in a box, I think. And yeah, so maybe I don't want to either. So the audience gets to perceive him maybe the way that he would want to be perceived.
Absolutely. That being said, what do you like most about him?
I definitely like his humor. In a lot of projects I've done prior, I feel like I've played a lot of kind of dark characters, and maybe at a glance, you may assume that of him, but as we were going, it was just really exciting to find all of these humorous beats in the scenes, because they're there, and he's very quick. It's and that stuff's really exciting, because I feel like that's a kind of a side of performance that I haven't really gotten to show a lot of yet. And I found that to be just a really, every time that a day would come and I'd see on the sheet that we're doing one of these more comedic scenes, I'd get really excited, and I'm excited for people to see that, because I feel like that's a new side of me.
That is exciting. How fun.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit more about what's next for you, Spencer?
What's next for me is I honestly I can't wait to see how people react to this show. And spending a lot of time with my family, getting together with the cast, because we're all friends now, and it's a very exciting time,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To say the least.
There you go. Yeah.
Is there any genre you haven't done that you would love to be a part of?
I think that I'd love to do more comedy. A lot of my biggest, my favorite actors are I love Jason Bateman, and I love people that kind of have that. I love I love Always Sunny. I love kind of shows like that have that kind of dry sense of humor. So I feel like that's something I would love to work on, and hopefully be a part of some point down the line. Yeah, because that's probably my favorite genre. Yeah.
Love that. Same.
Okay, great.
So I have some fun questions for you, for your fans to get to know you better. So here we are. Who's on your playlist right now?
I think my Spotify Wrapped, my top was weirdly the Goo Goo Dolls, which is not that that's an amazing band. It's just maybe a bit of a throwback. I love them. I love the 1975. I actually just went to see them in Toronto, and Peyton came, and that was awesome. They're so good live. Anything in that kind of rock and roll genre is up my street. So I love that. What about you?
Oh, I go all over the place. I love that you have the throwbacks like that.
Oh yeah.
And I've never seen 1935 live. For me right now, it's all over the place. I go from pop to you caught me off guard.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No worries at all. Pop to rap to rock. So yeah, I like Blink 182 or kind of a little more punky or
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I love Blink-182.
Um, and then we see you were recently in Paris. Any destinations on your bucket list?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I loved Paris. It was so cool. I was out there for the Rain convention, and which was it was awesome seeing all those guys again. And what's on my bucket list? I'd love to go to Italy.
Oh,
That would be so cool. I'm currently in Los Angeles, which is awesome, and it's nice here. I'm kind of escaping the Toronto icebox
mm.
at the moment. Yeah, I love traveling. I'd say Italy would be at the top of my. God, I'd love to go there. Yeah.
Same here. I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Besides Paris, that was a great first before. And great that you're in Los Angeles with the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Star Wars or Marvel?
Oh, I'm a Marvel guy. I love Marvel. Yeah, Marvel.
Cooking or dining out?
I think recently I'd say cooking. I love cooking a meal with my girlfriend. Uh, that's like one of my favorite hobbies, pastimes.
That is so wholesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Drake or Ice Spice?
I have to say Drake because I'm not sure I know who the second one is.
That's okay. We'll just have to check her out sometime.
But I love Drake too, the graphic.
Well, Spencer, thank you so much. It was a pleasure chatting with you, and we can't wait to see what's next for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.